everyone, welcome to my 5th Book of Mormon trip of 2025. It's Monday the 12th of May and I'm going to the evening performance today of Mormon. One thing I want to mention, it's a Callum Price show today and I love Callum. You guys know I love Callum's Price. However, I think the fact that I haven't seen Blair since December is kind of like, it's wearing on me a little bit because I miss him so much. And it's not like he's left or anything. I'm actually pretty sure today he's on holiday, which, you know, take a break, do whatever you need to do. But I've literally just seen Callum. I know it was Stephen Rowley on Saturday and I'm so jealous that I didn't go to that show. But we've got Callum Price today, who knows who else. It will be really nice to see everyone there. I've pretty much been going monthly now, which is, I'm picking back up again. I don't actually know what show number I'm on. I'm gonna have to check that. But you guys know it's a lot. Speaking of Callum though, and maybe a few others, I've got some artwork for them that I've just opened and oh my god, my stuff looks so good when it's printed, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna chat about the art on the train, but I will show you the art with a little bit of voiceover, so you can see it. I've done stuff for Callum, Karis, Kayla, and was that it? Yes, yeah. Callum, Karis, and Kella. So I'm really excited to give them those. But for now, I'll show you my artwork, and then I'll see you when I get to London. Alright? Peace. So the first piece of artwork I drew up was for Karis. I drew as Mrs. Brown. I took some liberties in the costume, but I think it still looks really cool. This is the one I did for Kella. I just did her in her usual Ugandan ensemble costume, and here is Callum's. I drew him as Elder Price with the pink waistcoat, not having gay thoughts there, and then I also drew him as Clyde Barrow in Bonnie and Clyde. So when I got off the train, I headed straight into Central. I had a couple hours to kill and I didn't really want to immediately get food, so I headed to Black Sheep Coffee, got a matcha. I love their matcha, especially the strawberry and vanilla one. Read my book for a bit and then I headed all the way to Leicester Square, where I went to Bunswick in Chinatown to get a corn dog. I absolutely fucking love these. And then it was time for Book of Mormon. I was sat front row. I'm doing this again very soon. But for now you can bask in my view of A17 from the stalls. I know I'm only just getting to now. I'm excited to see Callum Price again, and Paige Petty is back as Nabba, which I haven't seen in a while. It is very crowded and I feel very self-conscious doing this, so I think I'm going to talk more in the interval when I find somewhere that is a lot quieter, because this isn't doing it for me. But I'm going to enjoy Act 1 as always, and I'll catch you then. It has been 4 months since I've sat in the front row. I missed it so much. I am absolutely having the best time right now. I miss the smell of the smoke machine, the eye contact, you know, it's all coming back. Now, I've mentioned before that I have a bit of a curse, or a blessing, or something, where whenever I'm here, Joseph Davenport is on as a role. Well, Joseph Davenport is Elder Michaels today, and obviously Josh Barnett is covering for Callum, who's on as Price, and then we got George Grayson on as a swing as well, covering for Jack Rose. So we've got a lot of swings on today, and yeah, I'm having a really good time. The one thing I've noticed about some people in this cast is every single time they do something different, and it makes it so much more enjoyable as someone watching it who has seen it multiple times. Like, I think I'm on like 44 now, I can't actually remember. Like I said, I'll find out. But yeah, I'm having a fantastic time. It's so nice to see Paige again, and I also haven't seen Connor in a while, so that's really fun. But yeah, no, I'm having a really good time sitting front row because it was like 60 quid, so like, got a good deal there. I've noticed more like, I notice little things every single time now, you know what I mean? Like, I've noticed, and Alicia pointed this out actually the last time she went, is that there are extra backing vocals during Man Up, where the elders sing Turn It Off, and I can't get it out of my head. It's so clever, I love it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to my seat at some point soon. I'll catch you afterwards. Genuinely, how do I manifest Joseph every time? I don't understand. Oh my god, guys! I'm starting this video, or this section of this video, this much longer video that's absolutely insane, We're at the West End Flea Market today, and what are we seeing tonight?
Shocked!
We're shocked. It's also my first time at the open air theatre, and I think it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe.
I think so, yeah. I haven't been there. I wanted to go there when Legally Blonde was, but never got the chance.
Oh my gosh, are you planning on seeing the tour of Legally Blonde? Same.
Yes! We're on the same wavelength. We might pick up when Cam gets here just so he can say hi. But for now we'll say bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye! Cam's here.
I
got a lizard badge for Elder Zelda.
Oh my god! I didn't even notice that. Love it. It's an inside joke. If you get it, you get it.
Elder Zelda. Elder Zelda.
Elder Zelda.
So
Oh my god.
Here we go. Okay, for the final ticket item of the day, we have got the Book of Mormon. And signed once again by the whole cast of the Book of Mormon.
Yes!
If I knew there was this, I would have thought that from the shoot. I didn't realise.
You can take it thereafter and they can sign the back, maybe. Starting at £50! We've got £70! £80 for the Book of Mormon, signed by the Book of Mormon.
85.
90, we got 90?
Fine, 90.
I've got 95 anyway, 95. 95. £100 for the Book of Mormon, signed
Which
by the
one
Book of
would you
Mormon.
prefer out of the two?
Cast.
If I hear £100, you'll also get a signed Polaroid with the cast now.
If you buy it for 100, I'll swap you. I didn't realise that was for sale. Yeah?
Cam, how much did you spend at the West End Flea Market?
I think it was 67.
67! Hey, Alicia, how much did you spend at the West End Flea Market?
£92!
92!
Elliot, how much money did you spend at the West End Flea Market?
87!
Flea Market.
I absolutely love this guy. He's amazing.
I love this guy.
So, did I enjoy my time at the West End Flea Market? I absolutely did. I thought I would be like way too scared of the crowds in there, how hot it was gonna be, and yeah, you know, that was a bit of a hindrance on my enjoyment, but I do think they managed the crowds really well. With how they let people in and exit. Obviously, early birds get in first, but that's fine. It's just a $5 on the door, I believe. So yeah, it was actually really fun. Back to our day in London, we'd gone to Seven Dials Market to get some snacks. We got some fries. They were actually really, really good fries. And then we went to this gelato Italian place that Cam recommended. Oh my god, it was so good. I got a tiramisu pistachio gelato. It was shaped like a rose. It looked gorgeous. But now, it was time to go to the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre. This venue was gorgeous. Like, it was absolutely gorgeous. Where we were sat, for the price, for, like, how it was, like, it was incredible. I really love this show. It was so fun. So,
We're here.
hi guys, we're inside, well outside, inside,
In the theatre.
in the theatre.
On the premises of the theatre. Yes.
This, hold on, there we go.
Amazing.
It looks insane, and we are so excited.
Yeah. It's Webb.
Any added comments, guys?
I
Stephen
really
Michael
love the
Webb.
stage.
The whole cast is going to be great.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Alicia?
I just really love the stage,
It's
like
really
how it's
trippy.
designed.
The stage is really trippy, but it's really nice.
It is, yeah. This looks so good. We'll catch you in the interval. Bye-bye! for the record, I know no songs, no characters, the plot, nothing. How about you guys?
I know nothing. All I know is
nothing.
like 2 of the cast members. That's it. I know
Same
nothing.
too.
I know it's about
Amazing.
corn and it has romance.
It does?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. There's something about Jesus in
Okay.
there. There's a
Oh
song
yeah,
about
it's
Jesus
something
in
like, let's whip it out actually. I'm looking for it. Wait.
I'll
Oh,
cut
that's
it
in
out.
cast. No, keep it in.
There you go.
There. Oh, it's reversed.
We love
I'll flip it.
Jesus.
We love Jesus.
We love Jesus. So do the Mormons.
Yay!
Anything to add?
2 by 2.
Door to door, cause God loves Mormons and he wants some more. Interval time, thoughts count.
I'm freaking out. Mo and Lulu's songs are incredible. Powerhouse numbers. Jaw drop, goosebumps.
Chills, goosebumps.
And Stevie did a funny voice, so.
That's all that matters. Alicia, come on.
I love Georgina in this. Such a diva. Her voice is more and like a bit sad and lighting, like it being outside also like whoa. I'm definitely gonna see it again. Yeah.
Me too.
Me too. Me three. I'm probably gonna end up going on my own. Wow, that's bright. Jesus. Where? There's like a really bright light there. Oh no, I hate bright light. I have 2 words, actually 4 words. Ben Joyce, Stephen Webb.
Stephen Michael.
It's so bizarre that it's good, you know? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? We're on the same wavelength. We're gonna have fun to react to, and I'll see you afterwards. At the end of this video, yes, I am doing a review, but I'm also doing a flea market haul, so you'll see that then. Woo! Ah! Bye, guys. So welcome everyone to my West End flea market haul. Starting off strong, we have Operation Mincemeat. I got this signed letter. It was signed by a couple cast members. Only cost me a £5, so that was the cheapest thing I bought. Now on to the most expensive thing, a golden plate from Book of Mormon that came with this really cute photo of the Ugandan cast. And next we have some Polaroids. One is a backstage Polaroid and the other one was one I got to take with them for winning a little game they had. And finally the last Polaroid, it's from Back to the Future. It's one of the ones they take on stage. That's so cool. I do apologise for the slightly messy room background. It's been a lot. I haven't really had a chance to clean with how much I've been working. So apologies for that, but I'm finally talking about Shucked at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, which was so beautiful, guys. Like, this place was amazing, and it was the first time I'd ever been there. Thank heavens that it didn't rain. I had some friends that went where it rained. The show still went on, but I would rather not get rained on, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Now I want to talk about a little addition to my room. It's currently 2 days before my birthday when I'm doing this whole West End birthday trip. You'll hear more about that soon. But this guitar, this beautiful specimen, was one of my presents and I'm so grateful for it. It is gorgeous. It's a Yamaha from Gear for Music and it came as like a whole set with like a strap, case, tuner, picks, like everything. It's got a capo. I'm so happy to have a full-size instrument. This thing is absolutely stunning. Like, I absolutely love it. Like, this thing is gorgeous. So yes, this is my new obsession. I absolutely love this guitar and I'm so grateful to have this present. So I'm going to be playing it a lot more. Maybe post on here about my sort of guitar journey. I had lessons when I was a kid and you know, I haven't really played properly in like 5 years, so I'm getting the hang of it, I'm picking it up, but you know, maybe I'll post some things on here like Covers, you won't get anything vocally from that, but covers, other stuff like that, because I'm really excited about this instrument. So it's just gonna live there for the rest of this review today. So like I said, we're gonna be talking about Shucked. Just my sort of direct out of the theatre opinions. Shucked was fun. I thought the story was a little bit odd, but it's an odd show and it's kind of supposed to be, mainly because it's a comedy musical, so I'm not gonna fault it for that, but yeah, it was a little bit strange, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was actually quite entertaining and I did have a lot of fun. Alright, so as you may know, the infamous Stevie Webb was cast in this show. He was playing Storyteller 2, and Monique Palmer was playing Storyteller number 1. These two were the people telling the story, obviously they were the narrators. And they actually had quite a big role in the show. Side rant, used to hate getting the narrator role when I was a child because they'd get cast out like pretty much all the time, but I feel like this show really used them in a way that was entertaining. They were sort of more the comedy commentators, and you know, if you've seen the show, they do have quite a wild connection to the main story. No spoilers if you haven't, you can look it up. So both of them had different vibes. Stevie was incredibly funny. He's such a good comedy actor. You know, after seeing him in Book of Mormon, Here You Come Again, Shucked, like, he's really good at playing comedy roles. I mean, if you look at the in-betweeners, Alistair was a twat, but he was a comedy role, and Stevie is so good at doing that. That I would actually love to see him in something else, but back to Shucked. He had very much Kevin vibes from Here You Come Again. He did great silly impressions, you know, kind of referencing his TikToks that he does, and he was just overall very silly, very sort of immature, and Monique, as a sort of contrast, was a bit more mature, a bit more sensible, but both of them fit the show's tone really well, and I love how the contrast made them bounce off of each other really, really well. Also, I love how the story actually used them when it made sense to, like when they needed extra bodies on stage, or, you know, if there was something they could help out with, they actually used the narrators with the rest of the cast, which I think helps tell the story a bit more because you're showing and not telling. So moving on to Ben Joyce playing Bo. I love Ben Joyce. Obviously, I saw him as Marty in Back to the Future, and this was my first time seeing him in something different. So he plays the main love interest in the story of the protagonist, Maisie. So, to break it down like a little bit, the story's about a community of people that live off of corn, and they have never gone to the outside world ever. So it's very camp, very country, very hick, so that's kind of what Bo's character is. He's a strong, stubborn country boy, and he's, like I said, the main love interest, which... need I say more? It's Ben Joyce. He was absolutely incredible, and he absolutely nailed this character. His main songs are Okay and Somebody Will, which he absolutely killed, by the way. It was like country soft rock, and it totally fit his voice, especially since he did a lot of like rock and roll, Back to the Future, and I just think this role was made for him. The whole sort of story is about strong women, that's kind of one of the messages in it, so he is a little bit of a man-child, a little bit of an overgrown toddler who thinks he should be in charge because he's a man. Unfortunately, that's not how the world works, because moving on to Maisie, we have Sophie McShera as the leading lady. So, like I said, they are a community of people that have just been living off of corn for however many decades, and then Maisie comes along and she ventures out into the world, where she ends up in Tampa and she meets this guy, they go back. The reason she went out to begin with is because the corn started dying. So she wants to fix it, obviously, because she wants to fix her community. She's extremely independent as a character, she's bubbly, she's fierce, she has like the whole package, she was so amazing. Her main song called Woman of the World was so fun and empowering and uplifting, and it's the song that she sings when she goes out into the world for the first time. And her world, up until this point, is Cobb County, which is what they call the place with the corn. Cobb County. But my main focus on her song were her amazing, amazing vocals. This woman can sing. So she meets Gordy in Tampa, who she brings back because he says he can fix the corn. I thought Gordy was a villain at first, like presumed villain. I don't know if you're supposed to think that, if that's kind of what the writers intended. I thought he was a bad guy, but he's actually kind of one of my favourite characters. We'll get to him. But her womanly independence matched with Bo's over manliness and the fact that he is just a man-child made their relationship work so well, with the contrast and the fact that she was very empowering and willing to go off on her own. And actually, both of Bo's songs come after she has been independent. She has kissed Gordy and done all of this. So I really love their relationship because they're sort of two sides of the same coin. It's actually really cute. And they do end up together at the end. Spoilers. So then we have Maisie's cousin Lulu, played by Georgina Onuora. I saw her in Kiss Me Kate. I didn't actually realise that she was in Kiss Me Kate until my friend Alicia told me. So this is really cool. I love seeing the same actors in different things and comparing them and, you know, seeing their versatility. It's really cool. So she is a love interest to Mr. Gordy, remember, the guy from Tampa. She is a very, very, very strong woman. She's very independent. Her song, Independently Owned, amazing! She sung it amazingly. She was incredible. I absolutely love her vocals. Her belting was just something else. She was very sassy, she was very sexy. There are a lot of innuendos in this show, and that's kind of where it makes all its humour, and that's kind of where the humour fell flat for me. I do love a good innuendo joke, but that felt like it was all of the jokes, but I did really enjoy her performance. She was so strong, she had such a good stage presence, and I absolutely love her. Now we're moving on to Matthew Seaton Young, who played Gordy, big city man from Tampa, who was a doctor. That part was kind of unclear. It was done in a very abstract way, and I actually don't know what Gordy is, apart from a city man. So guess what? He actually does succeed in fixing the corn, and he falls in love with Lulu in the process. The one she sings Independently Owned to is Gordy. Like I said though, I thought he was a villain to begin with, so he's a bit of a grey character. He's quite mysterious to begin with, but then he loosens up a lot and becomes extremely funny. He's just a bit of a bumbling idiot, and I love that for him. But yeah, I love his relationship with Lulu. It was really, really cute, especially with how it grew. Initially, he thinks he's in love with Maisie, and then the engagement happens, and if you know, you know. Corn Mix is all I'm gonna say. That song was really, really fun. Best Man Wins with Bo and everything, and Stevie was also a really good song. Some of the songs fell a bit flat for me, but the main, like, huge ones were actually really good. I'm gonna move on to some supporting roles in the show. We had John Hume, who played Grandpa. I saw him in Guys and Dolls and Come From Away. I keep seeing this man everywhere, and that's just because he's such a good performer. He had quite a small role in this, and I'm not saying small roles are a bad thing, but I didn't really get a chance to really take in his role as much. He was just kind of there. I know he is an incredible performer though, so it was really nice to see him in this show with such an amazing cast. Like, the only scene I could remember with him was him talking to Maisie about love. He just had a lot of wasted potential, in my opinion. The comic relief character, because you need a comic relief character in a comedy musical, he was absolutely fucking hilarious. So he was played by Keith Ramsey. He's very weird. He's very, very weird. I feel like the thing with this show is you can kind of tell it was written for an American audience, because that's where it premiered the first time on Broadway, and it was like a huge thing. You can tell. But he's also extremely endearing, and he's actually kind of cute. He's very supportive and kind of his family and to Bo. You know, the whole thing is a weird show, so I mean, he fits right in, but no, seriously, like, he was probably one of my favourite elements of the entire show, even if he was a bit wacky. I feel like in a wacky show, it works. So I think that concludes my general opinion of Shucked. Would I see it again? Maybe? I'm not thrilled about it, you know? Like, I loved it. It was an amazing cast, and it had some great songs, and it was really funny. I just think some parts fell flat, and I think some parts were a little too weird for the weirdness, but it was absolutely amazing. It was built for the open air theatre, like, genuinely, I don't think they could have picked a better location for this. I had fun. I wouldn't see it again, personally, unless, you know, I was maybe taking someone who either really loved it or hadn't seen it before. And, I mean, it's ended its run so far in the UK, but who knows, maybe it will come by again next year.